Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be what is hidden from you. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi, group 1. So what is hidden from you is that there's a complete ending or closure in your life, and it's almost like there's a new foundation being built for yourself. For some of you as well, I'm getting this energy of self-concept work, because with this King of Pentacles, the Magician and the King of Pentacles, I was getting like subliminals, affirmations. There's something about you either recreating yourself or recreating your life the way that serves you. You may be coming out as well of a period of rest or a lot of upheaval, but it's like any upheaval right now, I feel, is unlocking your power, your potential, even your faith in yourself. It's like your self-concept is changing, yes, but it's changing because a foundation has fallen away. Or with that Tower, for some of you, this is like a major ending. And some of you may be listening to this and think, you know, this isn't really hidden. Like, I already know this, but what may be hidden is who you're going to become from this ending. Because I'm getting, for some of you, this Tower has already fallen. And you already know, like, a cycle or chapter of your life has come to a close. So that Tower will represent different things for different people, but it's like you're being liberated from something that was, with 10 of Swords, either, you know, somewhat unpleasant emotionally, but restricting your power, restricting your confidence, your happiness, your well-being. And it's like the divine has come in. They're showing me like a divine bulldozer that's coming in and clearing away what has been old structures, because there's something new you're going to start to build. And again, I keep hearing it starts within yourself, right? And even with this color red, I'm getting really strong root chakra energy and power, passion, fire. And it could be that this divine bulldozer is clearing away something that didn't really fulfill you or didn't really make you happy, so that you can call in or manifest something that is in alignment with your highest good and higher self. They keep showing me you building something. So for others of you as well, what may be hidden from you after an ending is the fact that you're going to build a new, like a literal new foundation for yourself. This could be a business, a project, you know, a not-for-profit, like a new foundation or center. I'm just getting this energy of there's something new that you're going to build from this new, but it starts with a new self-concept. It starts with you potentially shifting how you feel internally. Like, I'm just getting your confidence is going to be next level. What's hidden from you as well is how vital you're going to feel, like this passion. If you've been feeling a little like lackluster in life, as though things are kind of going through the motions, or just not really inspired by what you've been doing, or even by certain connections, that's coming to a close. I feel like you're going to feel liberated. You're going to feel like there's all this potential for you. There's just this sense of excitement coming in as well. And with the Tower and the 10 of Swords with this 2 of Pentacles, there could have been something that you were deliberating on ending, or you felt like maybe I need to end this or leave this, but there was some hesitation, whereas now it's actually ending. And again, some of you, this ending may have already happened. For others of you, this ending is coming, especially 2 of Pentacles and then Death. But it's like almost like a complete ending of a cycle, a chapter, even a version of yourself. I feel like the person you're becoming is someone brand new, but you're going to surprise yourself with the amount of passion and commitment, and I just heard ferocity of self-love. So some of these changes have been initiated by your own, you know, your own healing journey, your self-love journey. And when I look at this Rhodochrosite, I always think of really deep emotional healing. Someone that's done a lot of inner transformation and really worked on those inner realms to create change for themselves. And with that, I keep looking at this eagle in the Knight of Cups, and it's like an eagle eye view. I feel like you're going to be seeing very clearly who or what is for you and what you want to leave behind. And I just feel I just keep getting passion as well. Like there's a lot of intensity and passion, even your strength. If you felt kind of drained or depleted, especially because you have the Four of Swords here, your energy levels are going to really increase. But even just your sense of health, like being alive, being inspired, all of that's increasing. I also am getting the energy. The Emperor isn't out here, but I'm getting the energy of the Emperor. Especially with this King of Pentacles, there's something that you're going to build that perhaps will bring in not only lasting wealth, but I'm getting like a legacy, right? And it's almost like you had to fortify yourself, your vision, your journey in order to cultivate this. I also hear with sovereignty, we have right to choose, immunity to hooks. Yeah, it's like you're choosing yourself with sovereignty. There's something where you may be called to walk away. And I just noticed you have 1, 1, and I'm looking at 1 here. So 1, 1, 1, I keep getting, focused on self. Some of you, this could be like you're separating from an individual, it could be a job, an old way of being or doing. It's like there's this, I just feel like putting yourself first is instrumental for this next cycle and chapter, putting your needs first, prioritizing self, but you're giving strong dragon energy. Some of you may have a connection to the dragons and that realm, but it's like you yourself are the dragon is what I'm getting. Like there's this fire, but in a healthy way. You're just going to be very assertive, right? You're not playing about your well-being, your needs, what you want in your life and what really is serving you. And you may be a little more blunt. Like if anyone tries to come up against you or walk over you or not be considerate of you and your emotions, I just feel like you're going to be very direct or strict with your boundaries, your time, your energy. You also have Blue Ray Being, direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. Yeah, right now as well, what's hidden from you is you're definitely ascending, but it's like you're going into a new dimension. You're essentially going to create or cultivate a brand new world for yourself, partly because you're also cultivating a new energy signature for yourself. You're going to be in a completely different consciousness or vibration. And I feel like that's going to serve you when it comes to, it's almost like you have to be in an energetic field or alignment to be able to manifest this. There is an element of divine timing for you as well. Like I feel like it's just time for something, or spirit is kind of nudging you toward a particular endeavor. And I do feel for some of you, this is like a soul contract or something that you have incarnated to do and create. Because you also have here pilgrimage, sacred sites, grid work, dragon energy. So again, double dragon energy here. But remember I said it's like a journey of self, or your self-love journey has prompted some of these changes. And that's what I'm getting again. Like for some of you, you've either done a lot of inner work, or there's a lot of inner changes and transformation that's gone on here that's helping you with this process. But with sacred sites and grid work and pilgrimage as well, what may be hidden from you is some of you could be moving, or you could travel or take a trip. There's some sort of change where I feel like you're going to be really stepping into your independence, right? It's like relying on your own resources, your own wisdom, your knowledge, your own guidance. If there was any trace of codependence or looking outside of, because sometimes we're not necessarily codependent, but we're looking outside ourselves for happiness. And it's like you're returning to the core of your inner self, the divine within, for your fulfillment, for your guidance. If there have been others who have been trying to steer you in a particular direction, or, give you advice on what to do, where to go, I feel like you're disengaging and you're following your own knowing. Because I feel like it's more trustworthy, obviously, for your own path and what's right for you. You have resurrection above death. So commitment, purification, devotion. What's hidden from you as well is how huge this transformation is. Because for some of you, it's going to feel like your old life or an old version of yourself, I shouldn't say older, but former version of yourself has completely disintegrated. It's like your old life is being dismantled, or the foundation of who you once were or thought yourself to be. Like any attachments you had to people, places, or things outside of you may be surrendered to make room and space for what's emerging now. This version of you, I just keep hearing this version of self is completely different to who you were previously. Like some people may even find you unrecognizable or not really know what's happening with you, with the changes you've had. You also have stand still above Four of Swords. What's hidden from you as well is you're coming out of a space of standstill or things being slow, things not working out. I shouldn't say working out, but things not flowing in the physical world. It's like now you may be able to take action more readily. You may be clearer in what you want to do and how to proceed. But even with this commitment here, I'm getting again, you're going to surprise yourself with how passionate and committed you are to what you're building and creating in your life. And for many of you, I do feel this is a physical endeavor, like a business, a not-for-profit, a project, a career change. Yeah, and look, your other card, Power, and look at the Lightning. That's what I'm getting as well. Like this version of yourself is the most powerful you've ever been. And that's what's hidden from you as well, is right now, I don't think you are seeing just how independent, confident, and powerful you're going to be. And it's almost like your passion is going to be so influential on those you're connecting with. And for those of you where we're talking in regards to a business pursuit or career pursuit, it's like if you're looking for investors or you're looking for people who are going to be inspired by what you're doing, it's like it's like you're attracting the right resources or the right help because of the work you're doing and the passion and the energy that you're in. I just keep hearing force of nature and unstoppable. If you're someone in the past where you had certain fears or limitations that you felt were keeping you in situations that didn't serve your highest good, that's all being cleared away and those situations are falling to enable you to move ahead. You have Stargate Heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. So again, the heart chakra is opening. There's change. I just feel like there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of change around you. You may be realizing as well just how much potential you have, and perhaps it's more than you previously considered possible. Like you may really surprise yourself with just how passionate you are or you're becoming. We have Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting, and it's with the Magician as well. So your manifestation powers and abilities are increasing as well. But again, it's coming from this heart chakra. With generosity, you may surprise yourself with how much abundance you attract, how much support as well. Okay, we have I reap what I sow. Today I remember that all I think and all I do will come back to me in some way. I understand that I reap the fruits of what I sow and fill my life with thoughts and deeds of abundance, light, and love. I sow these seeds knowing I will harvest the greatest of riches. What you don't see coming is how abundant you're about to be. And again, how powerful you are at manifestation. Some of you may be doing manifestation rituals, but again, it's like coming from the heart space, right? It's coming from within, or you're unlocking certain abilities or power that you've always had spiritually speaking, but you may not have been conscious of. And it's putting you in this new energy, this new frequency, this new dimension that's enabling you to receive more. And I just feel like there's this knowing, it's like you have no doubt, or you will have no doubt about what's meant for you. Like if someone steps towards you, whether this is like a job offer, a potential business idea, if it's not for you, you're going to know right off the bat. It's like you're not going to have, if there was ever indecision or uncertainty, I feel like that's closing out and you're left with clarity. Return to the inner temple. Today I rediscover my inner self in sacred silence. This is the inner temple in which I am able to calmly study the lessons life has provided me. Here I regain my sense of tranquility. I retrieve my trust in the universe. Bathed in the light of my inner temple, I now remember the value in each and every step of my life. That's what I was getting as well. It's like reclaiming your power, right? And also that message I had earlier, that if you were seeking outside of yourself, for some of you, it's not waiting for permission. Do you know how sometimes we're waiting for something to align, or it could be like someone to believe in us or support us? And it's like now it's like you're doing that for yourself, or there's something like stirring within you, a passion or a fire, where it's like you're not waiting or you're not holding yourself back in any way, whether we're talking about in terms of loving yourself, pursuing your dreams. It's like firing on all cylinders. I'm getting this energy that you're morphing into someone who is a force of nature or a force to be reckoned with, where you're so powerful, so passionate, and so clear in who you are and what you want. And it's like no one can deter you or steer you away from that inner knowing and that truth. You're also choosing yourself, right? And really prioritizing your needs and your happiness as you move forward. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 2. So for Group 2, I feel what's hidden from you is that your destiny is aligning. That's what I'm getting. And the other thing that's hidden from you is that there's more abundance coming toward you. I feel like you're going to be in a more abundant energy, or you're just going to be receiving more abundance and success. What I also heard with the 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and 6 of Cups, I was hearing that for some of you, it's like the healing or the lessons are complete. So for those of you where you felt like you've been through a lot of challenges, or, you know, you've been tested, I want to say karmic lessons, certain experiences, I feel like that cycle is over. And now you're attracting in, you know, more positive experiences, work, especially in terms of your career or your life's purpose. The Star, the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, that sector of your life, it's like things are coming into alignment, and that obviously correlates with you attracting more abundance. But I just feel like there's magic around your career sector. There's something about divine timing, or the stars are aligning. Certain opportunities, ideas, it could be like the right contracts are coming towards you. But again, with fierce presence, I keep getting you had to go through the battle to be ready for this. And for some of you, it may have really felt like a battle, certain karmic experiences or lessons in your past that were ultimately preparation or priming you for this chapter and for this cycle. Yeah, and with 5 of Pentacles, again, I'm seeing there, you go from the 5 of Pentacles, or you start with the 5 of Pentacles and finish with the 9 of Pentacles. So again, you're going, if you've been struggling in terms of finances or attracting in sufficient resources or support in your career or business pursuits, I feel like that's really changing. So for some of you, there could be a new soul contract or soul contracts coming in that help to support you in your endeavor. With the Page of Cups and the Star as well, I feel like you're going to be getting the right downloads. So you may be getting a lot of ideas from Spirit. The Divine may really be supporting you in regards to your next steps or how to invest your time and energy so that it's the most beneficial for you. I'm also getting like, I'm hearing a song. I can't remember who sings it, but it's an older song, and it's All Cried Out. And it's like, I'm all cried out, and in the morning I'll be long gone, made my sweet escape, left my heart, took my heart and run, or something like that. There's something now about, it's like the end of cycles or experiences of disappointment. For some of you, it could be heartbreak, but it could even be disappointment in regards to your career or your dreams, your aspirations. There's something now where Spirit is saying your luck, your success, there's a turning point. I keep hearing the stars are aligning. There's something that it's time for. I feel like as well, there's going to be a lot more synchronicity, or you're going to feel a lot more magic in your life. As though things are actually working out for you. Or I don't know if for this group, you've been through a lot with this fierce presence. I keep getting like someone trying to push against like a brick wall. Like there's been a lot of challenges, a lot of opposition, very heavy energies that you've had to work through, heal, move beyond. But it's like you're at that point now. I feel like you have transformed or transmuted these difficult energies so that things can really work in your favor now. You're going to have to get used to, I'm hearing, what is hidden from you is like a softer or easier life in the sense of the flow of life. So it's like you're going to have to get used to a different way of being, right? Like if you're used to struggling or things not flowing, it's like that's turning around. It's like now you're receiving a lot more, you know, abundance is flowing, support is flowing in. It may be feeling like, especially if you felt like a lone wolf or you've had to kind of fight these. And again, these could be spiritual fights as well, like inner fights, like struggles that you've had to overcome internally. But it's like you're no longer fighting alone, or you're going to let go of the memory or the past experiences of having to really fight for yourself. Because it's like, it's going to feel like now the universe is fighting for you. And it makes me think of the quote in The Alchemist when he said, you know, when you pursue your dreams, the universe conspires in your favor. That's what I'm getting. It's like this, or the universe conspires for you. It's like that's what's happening. With the Six of Cups and King of Cups as well, for some of you, what's hidden from you is like you're going to be feeling safe and safe enough to let down any barriers or guards. Yes, you still obviously will use discernment and have your boundaries in place, but there's a sense here where you're not going to have to feel like you need to protect yourself or struggle to survive. I keep getting the end of struggle, right? Now you flow. And you may not be realizing or see how much this shift is going to transform for you. You're going to feel as though you're in the right place at the right time, or that luck is on your side. You also have Tree of Life, Circles of Life, Clear Energies Channel. Again, you're going to be getting a lot of downloads, but I feel like you have cleansed or purified your energies within, right? There's been a purification or transmutation process that's now completed. And it's like that energy, now things can flow to you more readily, or it's like, I just keep hearing you're able to receive. And if you've had trouble in the past, you could have found it difficult to receive, or you were kind of used to perhaps like dealing with harsher energies that where you had to kind of make things happen, or they just weren't free flowing. And I feel like that's what's shifting for you. Again, I also see more abundance flowing to you. But with channel, you could find, and what may be hidden from you is that your psychic abilities are enhanced, that you're able to receive divine downloads and messages more readily than you have previously. You also have Arcturians, pure white light, DNA healing, sacred geometry. Again, with alignment with this sacred geometry, like being in the right place at the right time, or synchronicities, things lining up. But with that DNA healing, again, I'm hearing you have done a certain level of healing or transformation. With this DNA healing, some of those brick walls you were coming up against were ancestral patterns or beliefs, energies that you've taken on. Because for some of you, I feel like you have a big dream or a big purpose when it pertains to career. But you may have this could be like the energy of being around those who perhaps have, you know, smaller dreams or smaller ideas about life and what's possible. And so it could have been a little restricting or felt difficult to birth such grand ideas or big visions into the physical realm. You have my body is a safe space, transmuting, breaking down barriers, realizations, and it's directly sitting on the Six of Cups. So for some of you, you've healed from past pains, past wounds, you've transmuted this energy successfully. And I feel like, again, with feeling safe, it's like the end of the struggle, the end of the war is over, is what I just heard. And again, for some of you, it won't be to that extreme. It could have been an inner struggle as well, in trying to actualize a certain path or a certain vision for yourself. But I'm just getting this energy now. I just heard like a sigh of relief. It's like all that energy is being cleansed from the past. But with breaking down barriers, remember I said it's like what's hidden from you is you're going to be really feeling safe to lay down the guard. If you've had to be in warrior energy and fight for yourself, protect yourself, like try to make things happen, it's like that energy is softening. You're going to embody more of that divine feminine flow state. And again, you may be surprised, or you may feel like, wow, things all of a sudden have become really easy or really simple. You have restructure, identifying, reframing, enhancing. I feel like your mind is going to be a lot sharper as well, or clear in terms of your own path. But I feel like that's partly as well because you've been able to let go of the past, of past fears or struggles or limitations. And it's like now you can see the roadmap really clearly in terms of your next steps. It's like that you may feel like the divine is whispering to you in regards to what to do next, how to direct your energy, how things are going to unfold. It's like now you've got if in the past it felt like you were fumbling in the dark or struggling against, the unknown or uncertainty, it's like now you've got the roadmap and clear directions. It's clarity. You're receiving peace of mind, but also clarity and clear sight. But I also feel like because of everything you've been through, it's like you can pierce through the veil. You can see directly the intentions, the energy, what's coming towards you before it even announces itself. You have purification with transmuting. So again, you've definitely purified yourself, your being, your mind, even what you believe is possible for yourself. And I feel like that's what's enabling you to bloom, right? Or your life to bloom. You're also stepping into what's hidden from you as you're stepping into lighter times, happiness, joy, peace, fulfillment. I just heard well-being as well. And I feel like you're really going to be protecting or nourishing that light within yourself. You have with that potential with the star. So seeing your own potential. Yeah, seeing your own potential. And also like having your potential shown externally, right? Because again, for some of you, it's like I just keep hearing the stars are aligning for your success, or there's something about divine timing and where you're at right now where things can come into fulfillment and you can embody and express the fullness of who you are. So for some of you, this may be external success or measures of external success, such as abundance, that are starting to come in that clarify or confirm to you that you are on the right path and you have been on the right path this entire time. You have soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. I feel for you, you've fulfilled karmic contracts, I feel, with that Six of Cups energy from the past. But I feel like you could have a new soul contract, like a significant new contract around that's linked to career, essentially, with the Three of Pentacles, around your dreams. This could be around a business endeavor, it could be an investor, or it could be like a job opportunity, an employer that helps you kind of step onto a new path. But I just feel like with remembering who you are, it's like you're going to be living the fullness of who you knew you were all along. It's like you may have had these grand visions or this knowing or these ideas about who you are and what you wanted to do in the world. And it's like now the physical world is morphing or shifting to reflect that. You also have Thoth light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic, sitting on the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, again, you've transmuted the shadow and the darkness into light. So what's hidden from you is how much light you're about to bring to the collective. And it's just funny, I just looked down and I read I am light. And that's exactly it. It's like you're embodying, I should say, your higher self, or more of that divine essence, more of that light. But with this Thoth light codes as well, there could be something for some of you where you are becoming that divine teacher. And remember I said with divine magic, I was saying about how things could become like very synchronistic, stars are aligning. There's a sense here of you witnessing miracles or magic as it pertains to your life and how it unfolds. And again, it's like now I'm seeing a vision in my mind of Cinderella, right? Of going from struggle or lack to, immense success and abundance. And it's like, for some of you, this is going to be, of course, it's not an overnight success or transformation because there was a long journey that you've obviously taken to get to this state of alignment. But it may feel in the physical like overnight, like things change or transform. And this could be getting a soul contract or an idea, a download support that then changes your life and brings things all together for you. We have I am light. Today the light is within me, the light surrounds me, the light protects me. I remain light-filled and joyful, regardless of what circumstances arise. I am a diamond shining forth in all my splendor. I am worthy of the divine within me. Yeah, you are that diamond, right? And you've endured, I'm hearing, intense pressure to get to this level of purification, light, and divine grace. You have lived for love. Today I put love into everything I do. It is love that gives life to all things, and I open my heart to this great power. I act gently and speak with kindness. I fill each thought with love and light. I love God and all beings everywhere. I live for love. I love myself. Yeah, I feel like you've really come home to yourself. And when I say that, I mean home to the divine within you. You have, I'm worthy of the divine within me, and I live for love. I love myself. So for some of you, you may really resonate with having been on, a self-love journey, or you really reclaiming yourself, your self-worth, knowing who you are. And it's like now it's being reflected or demonstrated to you in the physical and material realm, and your understanding. I feel like it's like your self-love or your self-worth is unshakable. It's not, there's that energy where it can't be rattled by other people's projections, their thoughts, their opinions. You're just very solid in your own energy and your own inner knowing and your connection with the divine, your authentic self. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 3. So for this group, what's hidden from you is you're about to go through a huge spiritual awakening. It's like, especially with this 1111 card as well, but what I'm getting is, do you know those people that go through a spiritual awakening and they wake up the next day and they're like, they leave their job, or everything they used to enjoy, they no longer enjoy. It's like, a complete transformation, that their lifestyle, like it's like having a spiritual awakening and then realizing, oh, I don't care about any of the things I used to, or, I'm not driven by the passions I once had or certain material gains. There's something here where you're about to go through a complete renewal or a transformation of self. This is a big spirit. What I'm trying to say is this is a huge spiritual awakening where it changes everything, or after this awakening, you change everything. That's what I'm getting, because with the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles and Three of Wands, for some reason I'm reading this as, your vibration has risen. You've gone through this ascension, and now like the things you used to think were really valuable hold no value to you, right? And it could be, kind of exiting the matrix completely, in the sense of, obviously you can still be in this world, but not be attached to it. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, there's something that you may have subscribed to, certain beliefs or social conditioning. And it's like overnight you have this awakening or this epiphany, and it's like you can see through it, or you no longer associate that with happiness. It's like your whole foundation, your foundational values are changing because you've changed drastically, and it may lead to really drastic changes in your life and what you're doing. I'm getting specifically for this group, like lifestyle changes. So some of you, it's like, it's making me think of someone that's like overnight they go vegan. They're really passionate about nature, but before that they were in the corporate world, and, they were about, their home and their career and their closet and different things that were more perhaps worldly, and neither are wrong or right. Yeah. Like, we're here to experience this physical world. Both are valuable depending on what the soul wants to experience and learn. But there's something here where it's like, people may look at you before and after this awakening and just be like, what's happened? Like, where did this change come from? Because it's going to be so drastic. And again, it could be, I'm just seeing a change in lifestyle or your desires, and it may lead you to completely change everything you once did, or where you were investing time, energy, money in. It could lead you as well to completely change your career, because I did just use that example of someone who's perhaps in the corporate world, but then they realize, oh, this isn't satisfying me, and what am I even pursuing? And then, they start a foundation, or they go into, environmentalism, or they just start something completely different that has meaning for them. There's something here where your values, what you assign meaning to, what holds importance is just completely shifting, or there's a shift in it. For some of you, you may have already been on this process, obviously, of awakening, but there's something happening now with this next ascension or this next awakening that completely changes everything for you, or changes the game. Because I feel like my mind, it's like everything I was putting energy into, all of a sudden I don't find enjoyment in. So there could be this transition period for you where you feel a little and you could be in this right now, honestly, where you feel a little like listless or confused with this awakening. Like, why don't I care about the things I used to care about, right? Or why can't I? You may feel like you're having a lot of trouble relating to people around you. And that can be common with an awakening, but there's something happening here where it's like a complete rewiring of your focus, your energy, what you value. Yeah, I just heard leaving the matrix, and that's what I'm getting, because it's almost like a level of conditioning in your mind, or certain beliefs or ideas you may have had just collapse. Not in a bad way, but it's like, I don't know, maybe you pull, you know, when you get a thread of truth and it like pulls the plug on the whole fabric of what you once lived or believed. That's what I'm getting. It's like you discover something, or there's some sort of awakening or clarity that you have here, and everything changes. And with the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, it puts you on your divine path, right? For some of you, your commitment to your spirituality, living a spiritual lifestyle, whatever that means for you, whether that's the meditation practice, whether that's, you know, having a, you know, clean, I don't like the term clean lifestyle because no lifestyle is unclean, but there's a sense here of maybe purifying the lifestyle in a way that nurtures you, right? Your physical, mental, emotional health. So you may be cutting off, you know, habits that you think are toxic, belief systems that don't work for you. You may be cleaning up or making your diet more nourishing and healthy. I just see a very wholesome energy, right? But it could be very different to how you used to live. There's just something very drastic changing here. With the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, I feel like it's different, but it's like, oh, I'm more myself than I've ever been, right? So it may be different to an outside observer, and you have changed perhaps what you valued or let go of certain attachments that you could have had at certain points, but it's like this freedom and liberation is flowing in. But to other people, they may be like, what is happening? They may not understand exactly what's happening for you. For some of you, it could be as well, like, you know, going sober or quitting caffeine. I keep getting lifestyle references, or spending more time in nature. I just see how you're spending your time is going to feel very wholesome to you, whatever that represents for you. But again, it feels like it's different to how it's like the spiritual awakening, which it's like you can see through the illusions of what other people are doing or chasing. And that's why I keep referencing leaving the matrix, because there's something where you're watching and you can see very clearly through, you know, certain societal norms or even economic models, systems. There could even be an energy here of not necessarily, or it could be activism, and especially like environmental activism or political activism, or really getting your voice out there when it comes to what really matters, right? What's of value. I just keep getting that. But for some of you, you may I'm seeing someone that overnight they don't see value in certain things anymore, and it's like they donate half their wardrobe. They no longer have attachment to certain material items or possessions. Overnight they stop watching television, and they spend their time, researching, learning. There's just something shifting in more than one area in regards to your lifestyle and how you're spending and investing your time, energy, and money. Also, the values, it's almost like you become more prosperous though as you do this, because I'm hearing you're perfectly in alignment with your soul. And what I'm hearing is this awakening or these impulses you're feeling are coming from your soul, and you can trust that. You have stepping stones. Take the next step, let go of the old paradigm with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, something that you may have felt stuck in or you couldn't see clearly because of fear or certain beliefs that you had. It's like now your eyes are wide open, and it's like you can't go back to sleep is what I'm hearing. And it's that huge epiphany. It makes me think of, say like I was not aware of issues around climate change or certain environmental issues, and then all of a sudden I learn certain information about it. I'm like, oh my God, how did I miss that? Like, this is important. Or I'm learning about, sustainability. Some of these things, there's something about your eyes being awakened to what really matters for you in terms of your values. Maybe for some of you on a larger scale in terms of this planet. And it's like changing how you live, right? Your lifestyle is shifting with the knowledge and the awakening and awareness you now have. For some of you, it could be a movement away from, consumerism towards minimalism, or from, even if we talk about a lot of lifestyle, right, can be dependent upon consumerist values. Yeah. And when we don't value that, sometimes we may live in a way that's more, I just heard back to basics, but, down to earth in the sense of, what we're feeding ourselves. For some of you, it could be a passion in nutrition, not having, like in terms of processed foods versus organic whole foods. There's something here where it's, I don't know, you're seeing something so clearly and it's completely changing your life. It's awakened you, but you may also be awakening others, or you may go through a huge lifestyle change from a spiritual awakening, and then you're helping to open other people's eyes to who they truly are and the path they can walk. There's something here about that. For some of you, you may start a business from this, or start social media platforms, spreading awareness, spreading information, or even just showcasing how you live, right? That's what I want to say. Not just back to basics in terms of lifestyle, but a simplifying of, what you're doing, how you're spending, how you're living. You're becoming completely conscious in every area of your life. And that will naturally translate, obviously, into what you do on a day-to-day basis and what you value, what you find joy in. You have awakening, know who you are, DNA activation. Again, it's like with the Four of Cups, if you were kind of in an energy where it's kind of like going through the motion, right? For some of you, you may have had a heart chakra awakening or activation with the jade and the green here, like something that's really awoken within you, but definitely in terms of the mental realm with this crown chakra, and we have the Knight of Swords and King of Swords. There's just this huge transformation in, your beliefs, your ideas, even in terms of what happiness is. For some of you, you may have completely unlink the concept of success from money, from finances. You may be seeing the illusion of, yes, we need material resources to survive and to live a comfortable life, but it's like you may not put value on it, right? Like there's something here about completely changing that framework within your mind. You have cleanse, lifestyle choices, detox, nourishment. This energy is coming through so strong. Like I'm getting really healthy lifestyle. It could be, again, back to basics or minimalism, or just leading a very nurturing, healthy life. But it could also be linked, I'm hearing as well, to spiritual practices, meditation, even like exercise routines, yoga. I'm just getting that as well for you. But it's like you're really cleansing every area of your life. It makes me think of the channels on YouTube. Do you know the ones where people are talking about the transformation in their life, whether it be through minimalism or some of them it's like a plant-based lifestyle, or others, it could be in any area, or living sustainably. There's channels about, living sustainably and how to live in a way that's in harmony with the environment. It's that type of energy coming through very strong. But what's funny is by stepping into this energy, you attract more abundance. And it's like, for some of you, what you may have done is uncouple success from finance, from abundance. Like no longer see that as a measure of value or the most valuable thing, right? But it's like more abundance is flowing to you because of these changes you make. But there's a detachment. For some of you, what's happening is you've had a spiritual awakening where you're no longer attached to external things at all, right? You may still be, I do think you're going to make lifestyle changes, because that's coming through so strong. But it's like, even if you're, say, doing similar things, it's like there's this detachment and you're anchored in your own knowing, in your spiritual self, in your center. And it's like you're not looking, because here we have fulfillment. It's like you're not looking for fulfillment from things, right? From things, from people, from things outside of yourself. And this could have been, it's like that fulfillment and happiness is an inside job. And look, you literally have double cards of abundance here. That's what's funny. It's like and for some of you, you've let go of any lack mentality. You've let go of fear around money, right? It's like you're not assigning excessive value to, the financial or material realms. But it's actually enabling you to attract in more. So you have inner earth. Base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations with the Hermit. It's like your new foundation again, or this new practice, this new lifestyle is spiritually based. It's anchored in the soul, right? It makes me think of someone who has a really solid meditation routine, right? No matter what's going on, they meditate an hour a day or whatever it may be. And it's like that's the foundation of their day. And that's what I'm getting. It's like putting God, the divine, your own, spiritual path and your own values front and center, and then allowing your life, like your career, how, what you're buying and consuming. You're becoming conscious in every area of your life. And that may be triggering changes, or it could actually open you up to a new stream of income. Right? Because I was saying here with Queen of Wands, you could be putting yourself out there, or you could start a business or like be an influencer on this topic or area as well. That won't resonate for everyone. Some of you may just be sharing your journey on social media on a personal level. But I'm just getting, it's like I don't know how to explain this. It's such a huge transformation. It's hard to put into words, and it will vary slightly for all of you. But it's like an awakening or an epiphany, and you completely change overnight. Right? Especially with 1111 and this awakening card, I'm getting like an overnight, like a really huge shift in consciousness. The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. Yeah, and I feel like for some of you, I keep getting kind of like an environmental energy here as well, or, with interconnectedness, I'm thinking of, balancing humans living in balance with nature, with animals, being an advocate. That's the type of energy I'm getting for some as well. But it's just like you're really understanding what matters and what's of value. And I just heard it's not money, or it's not the pursuits that, society or your family or culture would emulate, right? It's like you're seeing things in complete opposition to how the world operates. And that's why I kept referencing leaving that matrix. There's a sense here where your mind is wide open and you can see clearly. And that's changing your lifestyle and how you live, how you invest time and energy. It could even be changing in terms of, a passion project or something you feel passionate about starting. Okay, you have step by step. Today I practice patience. I allow time to fulfill my goals. I understand the wisdom in letting go of control. I know that the true value of each situation lies in its creation rather than in its end result. Therefore, I allow my life to unfold step by step, inhabiting each moment to the fullest, knowing that my soul is forever rising higher and higher to embrace the light. Yeah, again, biggest, and for some of you, I know I'm saying this is an overnight awakening. I'm not saying you only just get on a spiritual path, right? For some of you, you've been on a spiritual path for a long time and had patience, but there's some sort of breakthrough or epiphany or awakening where your spiritual path is really going to shift or be reflected in your choices. Like I'm almost getting someone that lives, how do I say, when I say lives a spiritual life, that could mean many different things for different people, right? It doesn't have to mean like living like a monk, but it could involve having some of those same values, right? Or it could involve not being super focused or invested in the material realm. That's what I'm getting. And you have hope. As I enter the great school of life, I hold tight to my faith in God. God's love guides me and guards me in every situation I encounter. Regardless of what I confront, I trust in my true nature. Today I welcome life. I know the light will always return and there will always be infinite possibilities for me. Yeah, and I feel like because your mind is wide open, like we saw with that King of Swords, and I said I felt like that was an awakening. It's like the doors and windows of the mind are wide open now. You can see clearly, and it may be opening up, for example, a new path to abundance or new ideas and insights that you can then share and help others with. There's something about your process that you may share your story with others, or it may be inspiring what you know and what you're learning through this awakening. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 4. So what is hidden from you is that you have untapped wisdom and potential that is going to and can potentially lead to generational wealth. What may be hidden from you as well is that you're a spiritual leader or teacher, or there's something that you're going to share through a business or something. I keep getting communication for this group. You're going to communicate something that creates a lot of generational wealth or a legacy for others, a legacy of love and wisdom. Now, some of you may think, I already know that. Okay, well, it's not hidden for you, but there's a sense here that perhaps the scale of this abundance and success is hidden from you, because it's like you start with this 1 pentacle and you end up with 10. So what may be hidden from you as well is that you're going to potentially start or create multiple streams of income it's not an idea, it's like wisdom or information or downloads that you receive. In this group as well, I kept going to grab 2 cards and then I'd always have 3. So the number 3 could be significant as well, or it could just be that there's more messages for you in terms of your path and your journey. Yeah, with 10 of Wands, Judgment, 7 of Wands, and Strength, what may be hidden from you as well is that the past is done, right? Like you've outgrown the past, you've gained all the wisdom you needed from certain physical experiences, especially the ones that you may consider more challenging. With 10 of Wands and Judgment, the more difficult karmic lessons. It's like now you have that wisdom, you can integrate it into something. So what may be hidden from you as well is you're ready to go. You're ready to fulfill your purpose, or you're ready to create something that leads to a lot of generational wealth and abundance. You have elders, spiritual mentoring, equality, stability, wisdom, experience, counsels. Yeah, again, with spiritual mentoring and wisdom, you're definitely, for this group, many of you are born like leaders, teachers, guides. I'm getting like a sage energy, right? Like you can really help others with your insights, or you can help other people to liberate with Judgment and Strength. You may have had to kind of liberate yourself from difficult challenges or difficult energies. And it's like you have the capacity to help other people do the same. It's like your strength is going to be is very evident to other people. They can see how strong you are, or they can see the strength in what you've been through and how you've been able to grow, evolve, and cultivate this energy. You have Elven ones, divine creation codes, starborn architects, divas, sacred geometry. I also think for this group, you have certain light codes that you're holding or activating on this planet, and maybe even activating in other people. So what may be hidden from you is how potent your energy is just through with Judgment, just through your own spiritual awakening on the journey that you have taken individually. You may not realize how much that helps heal humanity, or how much that's having a ripple effect for and on other people. I also feel like you've done a lot of work in terms of your own personal healing. Okay, you also had the Diamond Ray, Diamond Light Body, high frequency activations, planetary grid work. So again, this ties into what I was just, my message before, that you definitely hold a really beautiful frequency, and that in itself is very healing for other people, but you may not understand or have fully acknowledged just how powerful your energy field is, or how much you help other people. I just heard you have knowledge, wisdom, and information that can change humanity, or that can change the course of history for some of you, where it's like, and again, it'll be in different areas and different ways for all of you, but especially in the realm of, spiritual understanding self, even in the healing arts. Some of you are very gifted healers. You have Golden Apple, rewriting, Queen Codes, Her Story, healing, distortion. For some of you, you could be born to be a writer as well with rewriting here, because I was getting that energy. Or there could be something, again, there's an emphasis for you on communication, whether that's writing or speaking, but something that you're going to deliver. Yeah, but I feel like with codes, you have codes, and then we have, grid work and activations. You have very strong energetic or light codes that has a huge effect on everyone that you interact with or everyone you meet. But you may not be realizing just how potent or powerful your energy is. With healing distortion, though, I feel like with rewriting, I feel like you've reworked your self-concept. So if there was anything that needed healing in regards to your sense of self or certain past experiences, past events, I feel like you have healed that, or you've moved through that and worked past these energies. But it's like maybe for some of you as well, you have the capacity to help other people do the same who may not even be aware or privy to that. And we have a third card here with sound and color, new healing modalities, rainbow rays, solfeggio frequencies. Again, you also heal through your frequency, through your vibration. So some of your healing and your impact on this planet has nothing to do with what you do per se, right? Or just what you say. There's something about your energy itself that heals. But for some of you, I already said you may be very powerful healers. And especially, I feel like for many of you, you've had to do this healing work on yourself first, but some of you may be here to channel or build like a new healing modality, a healing center. There's something about your understanding or wisdom and knowledge of the spiritual path or of the process of healing that may really serve the collective, or you're going to provide certain information that helps others on their journey. Yeah, you have relaxation here. Sitting on the Ace of Pentacles, and look, she's reading a book. She or he is reading a book. But there's a sense here with the Ace of Coins, it could be as well what's hidden from you is in a state of relaxation, you're going to get this Ace of Pentacles, this golden idea. It could be for a book or for something that you're going to birth and create in the world. But what you don't see is it leads to all these other doorways opening for you, right? Like it may start as one thing or one stream of income or, you know, certain wisdom or knowledge, but it's going to really expand and grow, and it could reach a lot of people. It could be influential for generations to come, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I feel for this group, there's something really important that you're here to channel, and you work very closely with your guides, with the angels, with the higher realms. And I feel like at a soul level, you knew you were here to birth this, or you knew you were here to bring this energy in. But with love and wisdom, like right now, even if you're in this space of kind of relaxation or laying low, you may not see like this is about to come in for you, or you may not be aware of how much change is on the horizon for you. How much change, and I just heard how much abundance as well comes from this, because I feel like this is something that you feel aligned to spiritually, or your soul has guided you toward. But it does have a really powerful effect as well in terms of your own life, right? Your material world. You also had trust here. The moon could be significant for some of you, but when I think of the moon as well, I think of something being hidden or unseen. And that's what I'm getting. So there's a need here. If things feel slow right now, at the point you're listening to this reading, Spirit is saying trust that things are coming together behind the scenes, or there's a lot of new opportunities and potential doorways that are going to open for you as you come out of this. Wonders. And it's like you may have needed some downtime or time for introspection, reading, learning, writing, meditating, so that you could access some of this ancient wisdom and knowledge. And there may still be a little bit of this process happening now, because I did say at the beginning of this reading that there's more wisdom and knowledge within you than you currently realize. So I feel like you could still be engaged in kind of excavating some of this information and then turning it into, you know, whether it be a book, a business, a new healing modality, and then sharing it with others. Yeah, for this group, I'm hearing you're a master healer, and you may even resonate with being a master teacher, because even in this Ten of Pentacles, the depiction, you see this older being and you have these younger, it's almost like a classroom to me, right? Or it's like this wisdom, this abundance is being passed on to, you know, generations. You also had star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Again, right now you may need some downtime, or you may be in this space of relaxation. And it's necessary. But again, I keep getting, you have really powerful healing codes, light codes. You're a very powerful healer. Even when you don't speak, you're a very powerful healer. But this is confirmation of what I said earlier, where I feel like with wounds are healed, I feel like you've completed your healing journey and process, which is why you're ready for these next steps. And I feel like what you're sharing with the collective, or what you're creating from this, is based on your own healing process, or the work, the inner work that you've done, what you've cultivated internally, that you then share. You also have Venusian Galactic Council, Starbeam Guides, Answer the Call, Time to Shine. So you have Starbeam twice here, so you may resonate as well as being a starseed, but I feel for this group, you've definitely incarnated for a very clear purpose, for a healing purpose, right? But with this group as well, yeah, Answer the Call, Time to Shine with the Ten of Pentacles, it's time for you to put, or it will be, you're coming into that time where you're going to really start, you know, building, creating, writing. It could be like building a business, building a foundation, building your legacy, right? And that could be hidden from you right now, especially if you're in this relaxation state or some downtime. but it's like the time is now is what I'm hearing. And it's like you're ready. You have the wisdom, you have the lessons. Again, I still think you will engage in, for example, meditation, introspection, so you can accumulate or integrate, I should say, certain wisdom. But I just feel in general, it's like the timing is right. Yeah, it's like what you're offering to the collective. You have stand tall and strong. Today I choose to remain positive. I face all of my challenges with strength and courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I stand tall and strong and live each moment in joy and peace, leaving my future in God's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. Yeah. Also, the level of trust and faith in God and the divine you've had to have, because you have trust here as well, has been really, it hasn't gone unnoticed, is what I want to say. And I thought we had strength here as well. So Spirit is saying, I feel like you have so much strength, and you have the strength, well, you've had the strength to endure certain karmic lessons and experiences, but also to bring this to fruition, right? You're a very powerful soul and a powerful light worker. Yeah, your faith is, next level, unshakable. I have faith in life. Today I give myself to life. I live in the here and now without concern for tomorrow because God is always near and will never let me fall. My faith surrounds me with light no matter the circumstances. I let go, having faith that life will always provide what is most beneficial for my soul. Yeah, and it's like that faith and trust, even through the darkness, even through the hard times, has served you well, because it's like now you're on the other side. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of action steps in regards to how to move forward. Or for some of you with that Ace of Pentacles, you may be relaxing or meditating and you literally get a divine download in terms of an idea, whether this be a book idea, a business pursuit, and it's like you start moving ahead with that vision. I just see you being in a space where you feel very aligned and very in tune with Source. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.